Design options, creating different types of options for customers. So right now we're going to create two different types of design options. Right now we have a floor plan that a customer would be able to choose. What we want to do is add a new room out the side over here on this side of the building. And first of all, we need to move this window. I had already moved it, but move it up just a little bit so I can have a bigger space here to put a door in. And what we're going to do is we have to edit this wall first before we start. So go into just click on the wall and hit your split tool, and you want to split it here and go pretty far enough over so you can delete this wall. So now I cut it twice and there's this little tiny wall. I'm going to delete it. It's going to say that this room is no longer closed in. Don't worry about that right now. What you need to do is go and to the Manage tab. Now we're ready to start. Click on Design Options, and you're going to hit Option Set New, and then you're also going to add another option, so hit New. So you have two different options, Option 1, Option 2. The primary is Option 1. We're going to edit that first. Hit Edit Selected, close, and now I need to add this wall back in. So first I need to go to Architectural, click Wall, and I need to select that same wall that we've been using, which is the 2x6 stud. I need to zoom in, click down here on this edge, and click here. Now I filled the wall in, and we are done with this option. So we can go back to Manage, click Design Options, and hit Finish Editing. Now I go to Option 2, and I hit Edit Selected. That wall disappears again, and now I'm going to add the wall back in again. I have that 2x6 stud wall selected, and fill the wall in. And then what we have to do is we have to select door. The reason why we couldn't do that, we had to take that wall out first, is because you can't add a door in to the grayed out wall. If I were to try and add a door right here, it's going to say an instant or design option cannot be hosted by an element in the main model. You can't do that. You have to do it in the design option that you're currently creating. And so that's why I'm able to put that door here. I'm going to flip the swing on the door so it comes this way. And now I can come in and I can add more walls. I can add a wall coming out this way. We're just going to go, let's go 11 feet by 11 feet by 11 feet. Alright, so what's happening is, if I look at my crop view, down here, this little light bulb, the reason why that wall did not show up is because the crop view is turned on, and that's why, and it's cropping. If I turn the crop view off, you can see the wall will show up. So what, we can just turn that off for right now. And what you need to do is actually go into the 3D view now, and if you're going to look, there's going to be no roof on that section of the house. So we do need to add a roof on that section of the house. Okay, and you can see we've got to add that section on. So first of all, you can attach, I'm pretty sure you can attach that wall to that roof. Okay, and now what we want to do is add a roof over here. So we're going to go back to Architect tab, Architecture tab, and we're going to click Roof. Okay, we want to create on the second level, yes. And we're going to go to the floor plan, and we're going to first draw, and we want to offset it 1 foot. So just type a 1 in here in the offset, and if you draw right around clockwise, right around the house that you want to build, you should have a roof. I do need to close this in. Okay, I'm not going to put a slope on this side, and I don't want a slope. I don't want a slope, and I don't want an offset on this side. So I'm just going to draw a line straight across and close that in. So now I have a slope on all these three sides. If I highlight these three sides, I can come over here, instead of a 9/12, I want a 5/12 pitch. And now all three sides are 5/12, except for this side there is no slope. So now I hit finish, and you say yes, all three of those walls you want to attach to that roof. I go to my 3D view, and now I have a roof. Okay, and now I want to attach this roof to this roof. There is a little slight problem, because if you look, this edge is overlapping and it will not attach to that roof. So we have to change the pitch or drop this down actually. So what we could do is go into your one of your elevations and drop this down. Just use the arrow keys and you can drop it down to the correct height. And if you notice, we've got different types of roofs here. So we would just need to make sure next time that we have the same type of roof. And come back into your 3D view. And we should be able to attach this roof. All you do is click the roof, and you want to hit attach roof symbol, unjoin, join roof right here. Click this, and I'm going to click the edge. See how it highlights? Click the edge of that face, and I want to click this face right here, not that one, this one right there, and it attaches. Okay, so now I can come back in. Those walls are not attached, so I got to click this and hold Control down and click that, and I want to attach it to this roof. And now I have design option where I'd also need to edit the floor. You'd have to go in and add a section of flooring. We're not going to add the floor. You can do that right now on your own. You would just go into your floor plan view and go up to architecture tab and click floor, and you would add a floor around this section of the floor of the house. But we're just going to move on. I'm going to hit manage. I'm going to go to design options, and I'm going to finish editing, and I'm going to close, because right now if you look, that just went away. But what we need to do is create two different floor plans. So I'm going to right click on the floor plan and hit duplicate, just a regular duplicate, no detailing. And I'm going to right click on that copy, and I want to rename it, and I want to put option 1, say OK, and I'm going to duplicate the option 1 and name it option 2. So right click, rename, and hit option, rename it to option 2 and say OK. Now what you want to do is you want to go in and, right now they're the exact same, but if I click on option 1, I can go and say that this is going to be option 1. Well, we already have it as option 1, but option 2 I need to change. So what you want to do is click on option 2, and you're going to type VV for Victor, and this brings up the visible graphics override. And if you notice, we now have a tab called design options. We want to give this one an automatic option 2. So we're going to hit apply. So every time we click on this one, this is going to pop up on option 2. This will be on option 1. If you go back to our design options, it says primary for option 1. That means because option 1 is the primary floor plan. If the customer likes option 2, we can come in here and we can make this one primary by saying make primary. And when we do that, see what happens? This actually makes it primary. But we're going to go back and change this one to make primary. This is the relationship between elements. Okay, so when I click on option 2, I can get my second addition to the house. Click on option 1, it goes away. If I click on the floor plan, everything else goes back to the primary. Only in option 2 do we see what we created new. That is how you create options in Revit.